Good morning, YouTube, BookTube. This is Johnny. Thought I'd make a video. It's been at least a day since I made a video. Here in West Michigan, by Lake Michigan, it is August the 22nd. It's 9:07 in the morning. It's a Thursday. And drinking coffee, writing in my diary. This morning, on August the 22nd, 2019, I'm on page 750 for the year 2019. Carol just left. My wife just left to spend the day and the evening. She has a nurse friend who has a cabin up north, about 3 hours from here, and a bunch of nurses, friends are getting together for the night, just overnight. They have a cabin. So I'll be here with Ollie. Ollie is our oldest son's little dog. We are babysitting him because Caleb is in Boston for business and Emily works. And Ollie does not like to be left alone, locked up in his crate all day. So we don't mind watching him because, we had 2 dogs over the years. So, and Ollie's a good dog. So it's just Ollie and me this morning, just going through the death flow. And so this is a Thursday. I thought about making a video tonight, and I still might. I don't know. But I just feel like making a video and talking about what I read the last couple of days. Well, I'm still in a mood where I can't read my Christian books. I got out once again. I said I wasn't going to read the works of William Perkins, Volume 7, because this is like 17th century English Puritan scholasticism. It's very theological scholasticism, and I don't know. I'm not really in a Puritan theological scholastical kind of place. I did get back out doing Theology with the Reformers by Gerald Bray. I don't know. I looked at this yesterday. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I got back out the Reformation commentary on Scripture on Romans 1 through 8. I'm here. I looked at this yesterday. I'm on Romans chapter 3, 1 through 8. Our unrighteousness reveals God's righteousness. Romans 1 through 8 is the subject heading. And I don't know. I couldn't get into it. And I got out still Biblical Theology, the New Testament by Peter Stuhlmacher. I don't know. I read almost 400 pages of this, and I don't know. Do I want to read another 400 pages? I just don't know. I don't know what to get into in the mornings. I go through these periods where I just don't know what to read in the morning for the morning devotions. I could just read the Bible. That's what my wife does. My wife just reads through the Bible. She's going through the prophet of Jeremiah right now. But I don't know. So, as far as what I've been reading, I read this yesterday, another Roadside Attraction by Tom Robbins. I've read half of this, and I'm enjoying it. And I got this out yesterday. This is Nell Zink's last novel, Nicotine. I got this out because her new novel, Doxology, comes out at the end of this month. The month of August, and I wanted to finish it, and I'm almost finished with it. I'll probably finish it today. I've only got about 20 pages left, and I'll probably finish this. Nicotine. I I read Nell Zink's novel, The Wall Creeper, which I've mentioned in my videos. And then I read her novel, Mislaid. Now this is really unusual. I've finished these novels. I mean, I've read them from cover to cover. Now, if you look at them, they're not, it's big print. They're only about 230 pages. And I usually read 50, I could read 50 pages a day. I could finish this in 2 days if I just sat down and read it. I did read it. This came out, Mislaid came out in 2015. Wall Creeper came out in, it was copyrighted in 2014, first published in 2015. And then Nicotine came out in 2016. So you can see that these novels were written yearly. She also published something called this, Private Novelist Fiction by Nell Zink. From the letters of Nell Zink, 2 wildly funny novellas now available for the first time. I tried reading these, and at the time I could not get into them, so I got back out to look at today. But I wanted to finish Nicotine so I could start Doxology when it comes in the mail the end of this month. When I think of Nell Zink's writings, I think of hipsters. That's what I think about. She writes about ecology. She talks about sex. She talks about sexual inequality or economic inequality. I don't know. I was telling my wife this morning that when I read Nell Zink, I think of reading something in like the New York Magazine, an in-depth article or essays on the life and thinking and interest of hipsters. But now, would I go out and buy, spend $34 for this? I don't think so. I might buy it used. Now, I don't think Nicotine will be remembered, 50 years from now. I don't think that The Wall Creeper will be remembered 50 years from now, or even 10 years from now, or Mislaid. It's amazing how many novels are written, get a lot of buzz, they get on the New York Times bestseller list, and then they're forgotten. I mean, I think of all the books that have been published in my lifetime. I think about even the writers that I like John Updike. Who reads John Updike? No, some people do, but he's not. Who reads Philip Roth? Who reads even Joyce Carol Oates? Even though Joyce Carol Oates is still writing, still getting published, even when I think she's in the 80s. She's 90. No, she's like in her 70s or 80s. But I don't know. It all depends what you want to spend your money on. I was reading this last night. I just read a couple essays out of here. Am I Alone Here? Notes on Living to Read and Reading to Live. I read a couple of these last night before I went to bed. So I was reading these by Peter Orner. These are essays. And also, I got out to read The Arsonist Guide to Writers' Homes in New England by Clarke. Now, I would put these things together. There's a certain kind of atmosphere, a certain kind of prose style, a certain kind of cultural analysis, a certain kind of way that they view the world that I call it just hipster, or I don't know. It's like a mild hipster comedy, soap opera. It's almost like a TV show that you'd see on Netflix, something like this. But it's kind of like if you want different worlds to escape into, immerse yourself in. I like these worlds, I suppose. Now, they're not Christian. There's things written in this novel that I would find that Christians would find offensive. But and you know, I still think now Tom Robbins, another roadside attraction, is a lot better. I would consider Tom Robbins a better writer than Nell Zink. This is really a good novel. Now, I'm not saying it's a great work of art, but I think it's worthy to last longer. I think look at this is written in 1971. That's almost 30, 40, 50 years ago. Something like that. I don't think this will be remembered in 50 years. I can read this and I'm still, it's really good. And I think this is a better novel than this. That's my judgment. Now, maybe I'm of another generation. Maybe I'm just an old timer. But I've been pleasantly surprised how good Tom Robbins this is. Now, like I said, this is his first novel. Now, I'm thinking about reading another novel of his, but I'm not sure right now. But I'm really enjoying this. So that's my book world. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I thought about going to thrift stores. But I don't know. I might just stay here today, read my books, write in my diary, watch the birds, wander throughout the house, daydream, drink coffee. This morning, I'll probably read a little bit of Romans 1 through 8, reading on Romans chapter 3, 1 through 8. Because sometimes you got to read in spite of how you feel. That's the point. It's like when you go to high school or college or university, you have to force yourself to read things that you just don't want to read, but it's more of a discipline. It's a work. It's a job. And sometimes when you read something, even though you don't feel like it at the time, you force yourself to read it, you sit down, you focus, you turn the music off, you get a fresh cup of coffee, and you get into it, and pretty soon maybe you get into a certain kind of groove and you can read it. So, I don't know. But, I don't know. I think I got a lot on my mind. I'm still digesting a lot of what I read in here. The biblical theology in the New Testament. I got a lot of crap on my mind. I got a lot of crap, and also I think as I get older, I just like sitting and just pondering, meditating, letting my mind just drift. But I am enjoying another roadside attraction by Tom Robbins. I'll read that today. I am finding this amusing, The Arsonist Guide to Writers' Homes in New England by Clarke. And I will finish Nicotine by Nell Zink. Now, I'm saying Nell Zink is worth reading if you like hipster soap opera. I don't know. And I kind of read Peter Orner, his essays, literary essays. Like the next essay is on the writer Angela Carter. Now, Angela Carter is a good writer. I was reading her last year. I got her biography. I got into it. I really enjoyed reading it. I should get that back out and get out her writings again. Angela Carter. But so yeah, check out Nell Zink. Her new novel, Doxology. I look forward to reading it to see if, because the more you write, the more I think you get better at it. Well, at least you should. Now, sometimes that doesn't always pan out, but it's like anything. You got to write, and hopefully you get better at that craft. You get better at doing it. You find out. You discover your own voice. You find out where you're at and to me, it just works that way. So, I hope you're having a good week. It is a Thursday here. It is August the 22nd, 2019. It is 9:23 in the morning. Writing in my diary, trying to get into my Christian books, and babysitting our son's dog, Ollie. And life just keeps floating by. So I'll sign off. Thank you for the comments. Do pray that you're all doing well. And until next time, bye.